what do we do with that fact that all rational thought then is just a playing out of irrational functions with nothing added?
Hey man, thanks for the question. So I've actually been asked this before, and here's my best answer. Logic is something that is inherently human, or at least inherently sapient, you know? Like, logic is our science of observation and inference. Now, here's the thing. The processes of the universe are not illogical, they are non-logical. Something that is illogical basically is not valid by our own rules, our own science of observation and inference. I.e., it doesn't make sense. One thing doesn't necessarily lead to another. You can't create that thought chain, that causal chain. The universe doesn't need to understand itself. So the universe does not need logic. But that does not mean that it is illogical, because we can make inferences with the data of the universe. We can trace our systems back to the laws of the universe, and we're learning more and more about it each day. Like, when a physicist says something like, the laws of the universe do not need to make sense, what they're saying is that it doesn't need to make sense to us. Like, the speed of causality, the speed of light. I get a ton of comments saying, one day we'll just go past it. Because all we've ever seen is we can go faster if we want to. That's just the scale that we live at. It doesn't immediately make sense to people that there is a point at which there is no more faster. But relativity does describe how our universe works. Like, when you apply relativity to the way things move in the universe, it describes how things move in the universe. And maybe one day we'll get a better law that describes the universe better. But here's the thing. Even if we didn't know what relativity was, the universe would still work that way. So it doesn't need our logic. It's non-logical. But it's not illogical, because as far as we can see, things don't break relativity. Like, if we go way back when to mere milliseconds after the Big Bang, things are still obeying relativity. So it's almost like you have to reverse the way you think about it. It is not that we make the laws of logic and then the universe has to conform to it. It is that any good science being done on the universe has its logic informed by our observations. At which point, by the nature of our logic being informed by the universe itself, it's not that the universe is illogical. It's that anything we don't yet understand, we just have not uncovered the logic to understand it. Because the logic is for us. The universe keeps going one way or another. Anyway, thanks for the shout out. Jealous of your hat. I hope this answered your question.